Good morning, guys. Welcome to Station 3 Productions. And finally, after a year's worth of saying it, we're finally going to get back on the Racing Mower project, part 4. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll get right to it. Alright, guys, well, to start with, if you guys been watching for any length of time, I started this project like a year ago. Might even be a little longer than that. And I got lazy, then I ran out of time, and then this happened, and that happened, and all this blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, just whatever. But anyhow, we're finally back to it. Now, the last time you seen the tractor, it probably looked something like this right here. Check it out. But now, it looks something like this. Completely stripped and basically dissected. And right here's the engine that was on it originally. Now, and all I did with that was nothing real serious. I just changed the belts around a little bit, changed the pulleys, and it ran great. But then I acquired the snowmobile engine, the 340cc Arctic Cat, and I got that from a couple of really good friends of mine at the firehouse. So without them, the project really wouldn't even be taking place right now. To start with, we'll just give you a real quick rundown. All that I've really done, I come over here, I put different tires on it. The original ones were really tall, so I put smaller tires on it to kind of drop it a little. I mean, you can't really tell that it's done much, but we'll get to that down the road, because someday we're going to drop it. And change the tires here. We took everything off. I mean, literally everything. You guys remember the last time we talked about this. One of my biggest problems was, working on this stuff in the wintertime. I don't know about you, but here in New York, the wintertime is very cold, and we get tons of snow. And like I told you in the past, I don't have a garage, so I had to improvise a little bit. I pulled some redneck stuff, and obviously it worked, because all I did was dissect it one piece at a time. As you see here, oh, everything's in the way. This came off, steering came off, all of the underneath stuff came off, the engine came off, blah blah blah. Hood over there, and one piece at a time, I brought it down right here at the shop, which is actually my basement. And it's a lot warmer in here. If I want to get anything done at all, instead of talking about it, I just had to do it. So that's just the way it is. Anyhow, with all that aside, we went through. A real good friend of mine, Mike, he came over. And as you guys know, the riding mower, there's a big hole in there. And the way this engine was going to mount up, I had plenty of steel in the front, to drill through and run the mounts through there, the bolts to mount the engine. But back here, with that big hole, I didn't have anything to mount to, so I went and bought some plate steel, cut it down to size. Like I said, my friend Mike came over, welded that up. And Mike, if you're watching, thank you, buddy. It's perfect, because we finally got it mounted up, and at least that part's good to go. Let's see, what else have we done? I came through here, because in case you guys don't know it, snowmobile engines, the exhaust comes off the front, so with a tractor you have to modify it a little bit. I cut this out so the exhaust could come out the front, and this will be modified at some point to go down and go underneath the tractor. And I may even get some diamond plate or something or whatever to cover some of this back up. I'm not real sure right now, but we'll get to it. Anyway, let's see, who else? Oh, my son-in-law, he's into electroplating and anodizing and stuff like that, so he did some work for me. He got anodized my intake, nickel plated my clamp, yay, like that. Nickel plated my steering. What else? Oh, nickel plated my exhaust manifold. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else did we do? We come over here, I had to make an axle with, I'll try to show you. It's not really much to look at, but there it is. Sorta, kinda. Which that'll probably end up getting switched out again because it's actually only 3/4 inch axle. I need a 1 inch axle. Let's see, what else? I cut a piece of steel to get this welded up. I haven't done it yet, but that'll be here pretty soon. It's just, all it does is just cover up the holes. Nothing serious. I gotta come through here, cut a notch out here, because the secondary clutch has to be mounted here with this axle here. Then I have to mount a gear on here to mess up with the gear back here in the rear axle so that it'll go. It's pretty much set up similar to a go-kart. That's what it boils down to. What else? I tell you what, guys, it's come a long way from where it was. You know, we still got quite a bit of modifications to still do. Like, I want to do, you know, I want to come in here. We're going to drop this 2 or 3 inches, and then the same. We're probably going to take this axle set up here off and move it forward. I don't know if you can see that, but and weld it into the front, you know, to drop that down and to change the center of gravity, because as you see here, it's pretty tall right now. I mean, if you were to, you know, take that for a rip like that at any real rate of speed, when you go to turn, you know, the thing gets all tipsy and crazy. So we want to drop that, and then of course, yeah, I'm going through now, getting rid of all the stickers. We'll be doing some custom paint work on it, and probably some True Fire airbrushing or something to that effect. Let's see. What else? I don't know. thinking that's pretty much it. Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is I just needed to have the time to do it. You know, but finally it's underway, and we're getting there. We just mounted this up the other day. You know, welded the steel in here, put this on here, got all of the bolt holes drilled in, mocked up the engine, and it's perfect. It's not going anywhere. And that's pretty much it at this point. You know, my next step, like I said, I got to cut a notch out of here for the secondary clutch, run the rod underneath the tractor, which I'll show you that as, you know, when we get to it. Put the gear on, chain, da-da-da. We should be good to go. You know, it's going to be a winter project, and it's finally going to get done. Finally going to get finished. You know, I've had this thing for way too long and haven't really done much to it. So, and I know I've had tons and tons of people, you know, sending me messages and private messages, you know, looking for number 4. So, well, here's number 4. Finally made it. So, that's about it, though. I mean, like I said, it's come a long way. It's been dissected and chopped up and welded and engine mounted, tires changed, axle changed, everything gutted off of it. You know, one piece at a time, I suppose. So, alright guys, that's pretty much it. But before I go, because I always get new subscribers and brand new viewers stopping by all the time, so just in case you're not aware, you know, from a couple of videos ago, because of the Google Plus nonsense, which I'm not even going to get into, I'm over it. What I've done is I've got my fan page, which I'll leave the link right here, right about there, and I'll leave it down below too. So if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns about the racing mower at all, just to lessen the confusion and aggravation for everybody, just go to this link right here, go over there, hit the like button. You'll see this video right on top. Then you can go over there to leave your questions, comments, concerns, and everything's going to be just fine. It's going to work out perfect. We don't have to worry about no craziness and the whole 9 yards. And if you already hit the like button, then you're already good to go. And if you have not done so yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button, which is like right in there somewhere. See that little watermark? Just click on that and you'll be golden. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Trust me, it's going to be great. So anyway, until the next time, you guys take care, stay safe, and have fun doing what you do. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Station 3 Productions. And finally, welcome to, what was I going to say?